So, firstly, let's start off by asking, what is your reaction to the UN Secretary General, his concerns about the growing annexation calls and the intensified violence in the West Bank, given the movement of tanks there as well?
Yes, I think this is one of the concern of the Guterres, the Secretary of United Nations. But I think it's not enough because that there should be many things should be done in order to stop the Israeli from continuation of the aggression against the West Bank, especially in the north part of West Bank, Jenin, Tulkarem, and the refugees camp. And I think the United Nations should also condemn all these things that done by the Israeli and action in the ground, especially when they entered the tank, which is from 2002, and now they're using the tank in order to, that destroy the refugee camp in Tulkarem and also in Jenin. They started with Jenin, and now they will also continue in Nur Shams in Tulkarem and Tulkarem refugee camp. So I think this is not enough. It's good, but it's not enough in order to stop the Israeli from their attacking and from their, that aggression against the Palestinian civilian in the north of West Bank. And as it's mentioned in the report, that about 40,000 people have been, displacement from their refugee camps and from Jenin to Karim, and also the curfew from about from 30, 40 days in Jenin and in Tulkarem, and also before 2 days, the curfew was applied on the Kabatia, which is close to Jenin.
So, sir, given the military operations taking place in the West Bank, specifically in Jenin and Tulkarm, as in addition to the forced displacement, as you've said, can you tell us more about the humanitarian situation there?
Yes, I think the humanitarian situation is miserable there. The people now they are under the curfew. The people couldn't, that's even try to get the water and the food, but the military, the Israeli military, they didn't allow them to get all these things. So I think we will witness like a miserable situation, and I think there will be like starvation, the lack of food, the lack of water, and even the Israeli tank now, and also the bulldozer, they, that they destroy the infrastructure in the refugee camp in Jenin and Tulkarem, and also they destroy about 100 houses there. The people now they didn't have they couldn't that even stay in their home because the Israeli told them to leave from the refugee camp, and now the people with a miserable condition out of the refugee camps, their places, they went to some villages near close to Tulkarem and Jenin, and I think it's will we will witness like a miserable situation and catastrophic for the people from the medical, from the food, and also the water, solid waste, the sewage, all these things. They will be a problem for the people in the Jenin and also the city of Jenin and the city of Tulkarem, which is the biggest two city beside Nablus. It's not just here; it's also for the villages close to Tulkarem and Jenin. The people there are suffering from the curfew and from the that siege, which is forced by the Israeli army.
So, sir, will there be some sort of legal or diplomatic repercussions or consequences arising from the forced displacement of the Palestinians in the West Bank? Will there be some sort of international action towards this?
You know that even now the people is or the international community is busy with what's happening now in exchange of the deal of exchange in Gaza, and all the views now going to Gaza. But for the West Bank, I think the international community, many of the countries, they condemn what is happening in West Bank, especially now the Israeli, some of the ministries of the Israeli government try to, that's to apply the annexation concept, which is based on disperse the people from the refugee camps, and they want to, uh, that's try to do damage or to destroy the concept of the right of return for the refugee camps. This is one thing. The other thing is that some of the countries, they, as I said, condemned, but it's not enough. they should be, especially for the United States of America, they didn't do anything. And also, what is happening in this refugee camp or Jenin and Tulkarem is coming from the supporting the United States of America to government of Israel in order to go ahead with this, especially for the that annexation and also for displacement of
Yes.
the people.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time there, so thank you so much for joining us from Ramallah. That was political science professor Dr. Abdel Nasser Makki. Thank you for joining us here on Q News.